guys, so I totally forgot today that I have a dentist appointment. I mean, I got a reminder a few days ago and I'm like, alright, I'll remember this, but I never do. So good thing I had like a notification an hour before on my calendar reminding me, so I had to take a few PTO to leave work early so I could just go home right after it. Good thing Fridays are like my short days at work, so it's not too bad because I don't feel like coming back after that. Yeah, here we go. Hello everyone. Alright. I know I put it in here somewhere. Oh, here. I put it into like this little container or a folder of all my scraps, so they wouldn't be like everywhere. Let's see, I was thinking of adding like some words here to kind of complement the composition a little bit. And very handy dandy little scissors. Sewing, I think these are called sewing scissors, but I like to use them for cutting out smaller pieces. So yeah, I have been a little absent on my Instagram because there's a lot of stuff that I've been dealing with in my personal life, but I have been taking the time to like take care of myself properly and like really look into myself and trying to converse with myself on how to deal with these kind of things. So why are we doing vlogmas? I just wanted to document a little bit. I just want to try doing a video diary of everything that's going on. I want to speak a little bit about what I'm going through, and I want to preserve some memories with my little family because time is fleeting. I have a lot of winter plans with them because my daughter is going to school next year, and we won't be having her around the house like we have now with us all the time, and I'm actually going to miss that because we didn't put her in daycare. My husband works from home, so she's able to be with at least one of us, and she's able to learn like, you know, our mannerisms, and so she knows how to, like, I wouldn't say be obedient because I want her to be able to think for herself, but I want her to understand that her actions have consequences and that how it affects us, her parents or her grandparents or her cousins. And I hope that with what we're teaching her, it will help her, guide her through her early academic years with her peers. So I wanted to do vlogmas so I can document and kind of have little conversations or dialogues about everything that's going on. And it's something for me to look back on in a couple years. So including this and these are all that I have left from my stationery stash. I've been trying to be more conscious of what I'm buying because I don't want to just buy and then like hoard it and then never really use it. So I've been trying to like just get sample sizes of these washi and PET tapes. So it's just like I just have like one roll of it and then use it up instead of having like the whole roll and then only using, I don't know, maybe a fourth of it. And I'm getting low on my stash. So this weekend I will be doing a, I don't know, what do you call it? Like, come shop with me? I'll come online shop with me. We'll be getting new stuff for the new year. And I do hope to do a few unboxings as well for one of these vlogs, and my journal setup for 2024. Because I do have it. I just haven't gotten the time to like sit down and arrange it all together and make it look nice and like prepare for the new year because I've been so busy. I didn't use that. I know I've used it in the previous spread, but I tend to not like to use the same thing for the spreads that are too close together. So I think that's a good amount of pages apart. And I guess we'll keep the pink theme. So I got a few of these stickers from Show Little Happiness late last year that I've been using throughout the year. So we're trying to use it up. So I guess we'll use one of these. Yes, we'll use this one to keep the pink theme. I know you could like use it, you can use it as is, but I like to cut around the edges so there's not a lot of white space. So what do I plan this weekend? So my daughter, so every time we go to the store, she always wants to buy a toy. But recently, since the holidays are here, we've been using an excuse like, oh, you can't get that toy right now. But if you're a good girl, write a letter to Santa, maybe you'll get it for Christmas. So that's how we've been holding off on her impulsive toy buys whenever we go to the store. And since she's into Santa and Christmas a lot right now, we've been watching a lot of Christmas movies. Last night we watched Arthur Christmas, and for this weekend we're gonna go to a tree farm. I don't know if we'll get a real tree instead of our usual fake tree that we use every year, but I do want to go check it out, and they have like activities for kids, so I wanted to take her. And then for another day, I wanted to take her on the holly trolley that we have here, where it's like a train, a very old style train that they decorated for the holidays, and then there will be a Santa on there, and you have to go buy a train ticket the day of and then board the train, and it'll be decorated, and then Santa will go around and like speak to the children. So they have like a minute or so with Santa, and I think she'll like that. She could be off the page a little bit. And I'm taking my time. Like, I've worked on this for a few months now, whenever I have free time to sit down. And I always keep the center blank because I usually write a poem in the center. Let's check the time. I have pizza in the oven too. I guess we'll carry over some of the strawberry tape and the cherry blossom tape. I used to be a big user of washi tape, and then I kind of switched over to like paper and then now I'm more into like stickers. So because when I was using washi, it was really hard for me because I wanted to use like illustrations. I wanted to use illustrations, so that was really hard to do with washi because I feel like it's more for like wrapping gifts or like letters. And then when I started using a lot of paper, yeah, it was cool to use for like composition and all that, but then it makes your journal really bulky. And one of the examples was this journal. Like, I love this journal. This is one of my favorite journals that I've done. Oops. I love all of the paper and layering that I did with this one. Like, I went crazy on the layering. Like, no rules applied. But it gets really bulky. It gets really bulky. Like, it's good once in a while, but I don't know. Maybe it's just like phases I go through with my journaling where I'd be crazy about it for a few months and then I'm like, oh, I'm over it. I think it's good to try out different things instead of doing the same thing over. Oh, that's the pizza. Instead of doing the same thing over and over again. We'll be right back. Okay, pizza is out and cut, and it's ready for a little girlie to bite into. So yeah, for vlogmas, I don't really like to show a lot of myself in it, but I do want to talk. So I thought, why not have little talking sessions with everyone while I journal? That way you're not just like staring into the abyss. Let's try to put it horizontally because we're going vertical over here. And I've been wanting to try to do something different too because I want to elevate my journaling art. I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. I feel like it gets really redundant and you can't really flourish when you do stuff like that. So I'm really excited on getting new stationery. I plan to make me a new journal and one of these logs too, to use as like a creative outlet for next year. Alright, what can we add? Maybe a stamp? I need something to like hold this part down. Maybe if I use this to like put a stamp on there and then cut it out to like glue here. You saw my like washi and paper mini bin. Here's my bin of stamps. I have like oh my god, I'm sorry. I have stamp store little drawer thing, but this is what I've been using the past year. My daughter also likes to come into my office and play with these as like little dolls. Like she would like, oh, mommy, like that. And she would build these like a little a house too. So I thought, oh, I can just keep it in here so she can just come in here and hang out with me while I'm doing my other stuff. I guess we'll just use this one. Get one of my inks out. Go use this one. Oh, upside down. This one. A little dab. And then gently. There we go. And then I usually set my used stamps that has ink on them like to the side, and then I'll clean them up later. And then we'll just cut around it and then add it to our spread. Alright. Maybe down here. I'll give it my glue stick. Alright. Just give it a little blubbing. And then I like to use my tweezer to grab it afterwards so I don't get glue on my fingers. Put it right there. And there we go. Now this part is like secured. I don't have to worry about it flapping around. Maybe I'll add another wording. So this is like my last few of Stationery Instinct tape. I loved using these. Like I've used them for like 2 years. It became like a staple of my journaling spreads. I've used it on everything. But I feel like it's time to let go and try something new. I still love the writings because it looks like a textbook. That, yeah. I think my first year of journaling, I used a lot of Sailor Moon cutouts. My best friend, when she was moving, she gave me her old Sailor Moon mangas. And they were just sitting on my shelf. And then it was like the very old like manga binding where they used the glue. Like the glue that when it dries and cracks. So I'm like, oh, it can't stay in the shelf forever. Like it's just going to like fall apart. So I'm like, what other purpose can we give to it? So I'm like, oh, I'll incorporate it into my journaling. So I cut out my favorite panels and I added them into my first rounds of journaling. So that's what I mean about trying new things, enjoying this journaling journey. Because I went from like Sailor Moon cutouts to using a lot of vellum paper, to using a lot of like paper compositions, to using a lot of stickers and yeah, like these kind of illustrated PET tapes. Now I'm like, what can we do next? Let's see, what else can we add? Maybe this is good. Yeah, maybe this is good. So here we go. Final look. Thanks for listening.